From the CBS News Chicago First Alert Weather Team, this is a special weather alert.
Good afternoon. Just after 12:30, I'm meteorologist David Yeomans back with another live update on today's severe thunderstorm and flood risk. Here we are on top of the Hancock looking down toward Oak Street Beach. You can see some waves starting to pile up as east and northeasterly winds build. This is a byproduct of a cold front, which will make it much cooler and much more pleasant outside starting this afternoon into tomorrow, but it's also providing the focus for some very heavy rain. We have a flood watch in effect, including Chicago from 1 p.m. today, so starting any moment through 1 p.m. tomorrow. Rounds of heavy rain like we're seeing approaching the city and especially down south of I-80 likely to lead to flooding problems with 1 to 2 inches of rain expected. Some areas could see 3 to 5 inches of rain. That may sound a little extraordinary, but really these storms that we're already seeing south of I-80 are basically producing storms that are capable of that. We've seen 1 inch of rain in 15 minutes from this cell exiting Grundy, moving into southern Will and Kankakee counties, and also this concerning stationary band of rain in northern Kankakee into southern Lake County, Indiana, and stretching soon into Porter County, currently at the top of Jasper County. It's really stationary lines like this that we've seen in Chicago a couple of times this summer, as recently as last Friday, that really lead to sticky situations in a hurry. Zooming into this most problematic storm that we're looking at here from Braidwood into northern Kankakee County, this has been a really big lightning producer for us. No severe hail, no severe damaging winds at this time, but look at the lightning counter go up. Remember last update a half hour ago, we had about 300 strikes every 10 minutes. Now we have almost 600 strikes every 10 minutes. That's a good indication that this cell and this line up to Piatone and Lowell is really intensifying. Lightning counter goes up. That means the rain is getting heavier. Speaking of the rain getting heavier, let's switch over to the rainfall accumulation concern, which is really a growing concern this afternoon, especially south of I-80 with this line of storms in particular. Just over the past hour, if we freeze this into the now category, we're seeing some very heavy rainfall totals just north of Kankakee. Some of these dark green colors suggesting 3 inches of rain an hour has already fallen, and more is falling. This line itself over northern Kankakee County hasn't even existed for an hour. Out toward extreme southern Lake County, Indiana, some suggestions by our very accurate radar system that we may have seen 5 inches of rain in just the past hour. That is also the case out near Braidwood and southeast of Wauponsee Township in Grundy County. Some of these areas need the rain, especially the farmland that is in severe drought condition, but this is obviously way too much coming all at once. Switching back to the radar mode, you can see this very, very heavy rain as we get a fresh radar scan moving toward Kankakee. This is moving eastward at about 25 miles per hour, but really the movement is nothing on this northern band. If we put this into motion, you can see a clear illustration of what I'm talking about. The band here just developed less than an hour ago, and it's really quite stationary, maybe some slight northern drifting. So as these two cells converge, the one from Braidwood and western Kankakee County into this one near Piatone, this is going to be a really, really problematic area for rainfall, and that's why we do have a flood advisory posted for places like Kankakee County. Flash flood warnings are very possible in this area over the next hour or two. We will keep you advised. North of that, we don't have quite as much energy or instability in the atmosphere, which is good news in the short term for Chicago's wind damage threat and flash flood threat. Doesn't mean it'll be a pretty day, because from Lockport to Bolingbrook, Downers Grove out toward Oak Lawn, we do have some rain and thunderstorms redeveloping. Let's turn on the lightning illustrator and counter so we can see if any of these are dangerous to be outside in. In this frame, which includes Chicagoland, there's a very low lightning count right now, only about 2, 3, 5 strikes in the past 10 minutes. It's possible we see some intensification, especially here over DuPage County. So it's always a good idea to be indoors when it's raining hard, but cloud-to-ground lightning itself can be a killer. We've had numerous people across the country killed just by lightning strikes. So, well, they always say when thunder roars, go indoors. Kind of a silly expression, but you get the point. As these storms roll through, even if they're not severe, even if there's no flooding yet, it is a good idea to avoid them. In downtown Chicago, the rain is kind of imminent. If we track this out for you, it's moving eastward at roughly 25 miles an hour. You can see the beginning of the line is a little bit jagged, so we'll draw it best we can. If we draw this eastward toward 25 miles per hour, this is going to move into these communities at the times listed, including O'Hare imminently, Morton Grove at 1246, Midway 1249, and down toward Marquette Park by 1252. The rain will be falling as well up in Lake County, Waukegan, Highwood, down to Lake Forest. Good afternoon to you. We're just getting some light to moderate, steady bouts of rain at this time. Doesn't look like anything severe or too concerning. So again, a little bit more energy, a little bit more juice in the atmosphere lying south of I-80. You can actually see that illustrated if we show you the temperatures. Higher temperature, higher moisture content leads to more instability, more energy in the atmosphere. And you can see from about midway in Joliet southeastward, we have temperatures well into the 80s, more higher dew points as well. This is leading to fueling really strong storms like this. But northeast of this line from Joliet and Lockport into the far south side of Chicago, notice temperatures are much cooler. It's 73 right now at Aurora, 70 at DeKalb. This is partially rain cooled, but it's partially a cold front as well. So when you have cooler temperatures by 10 or 15 degrees, there's just not as much energy to create severe storms or to create torrential rainfall. That is a saving grace, at least with this initial bout of storms that is rolling into Chicago. But, you know, flash flood warnings probably imminent for our friends south of I-80. So we will keep you posted on that right here. If we project this forward through the next 5 or 6 hours, this is one of our best high-resolution computer models. You can see the storms continuing to progress east of the city over the next several hours. Chicago expecting some moderate downpours and some occasional lightning strikes through this afternoon. Then look what happens as we get toward the evening. After this first round, we are not done yet. Flood concern continues overnight tonight as a boundary sets up, kind of like the one we're seeing down in Kankakee County right now, from Chicago to Aurora and DeKalb counties. This boundary during the late evening and overnight, you see it regenerating rain there. This could be a renewed flood threat. Hopefully the severe storm threat will be lower, though, because of the cooler temperatures at that time. So we'll keep you posted with any flash flood warnings or anything that may be issued over the next couple of hours, and also just have frequent updates on the storms through the afternoon here. Keep it on CBS News Chicago and stay safe.
This has been a special weather alert from the CBS News Chicago First Alert Weather Team.